Hello YouTube. So it's been a while. Yes, I'm still here though. So anyway, here I am in the car, and first video back after my break. A company called Valimor reached out to me and asked me if I was interested in taking a look at this watch of theirs, and I've got to say, yeah, these guys, they've gone with the theme and they have run with it. This thing is absolutely packed full of details, and there will be various shots and close-ups and all the rest of it as we go through the video. If you want to see more of that, there is another video already up, which I'll leave a link to somewhere or other, so you can have a look at the close-ups. But anyway, if you like your knights of old, your swords and sorcery and dragons and all the rest of it, that's what this watch is themed on, and I think it's an absolute belter. It's not a copy of anything, it's their own thing. Yeah, just let's get into it. Let's get a close-up look, have a look at all the specs and features, and I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you at the other end of the video. Let's get on with it. Okay, so here we go. The Valimor Kilgharrah, an Arthurian-inspired watch. And yeah, I think it's absolutely fantastic. I should say, before we get into this, that this was sent to the channel for review, and I do not have to return it. So just bear that in mind as I go through this, but I do think that this is a cracking thing. Anyway, here's the box it comes in, which is very nice. The outer sleeve is kind of a very, very dark chocolate brown with gold inlaid and the Valimor logo, which is very nice. And that slides off. And then inside you have the inner box, which is really nicely done, and it's not a massive box either, so that's pretty cool, saving on packaging. And what you get inside is, the first thing you come to is this, which is a thank you card from Valimor. We'll just put that to one side a minute. There we go, just a thank you card, which is a pretty nice thing to get. And there's some nice little graphic details on the inside, kind of the inspiration for the watch, etc, etc, and dragons and swords and suits of armor and all the rest of it. So that's pretty cool. Then you've got this protective mesh foam thing, and then there we go, there's the watch. So we'll pop that out of there. There is a swing tag in there. There's an extra link in there because I've taken a link out of the bracelet. You also get a authenticity card, and there we go, and a thank you for purchasing, etc, etc, and then your instruction and your warranty and your care guide in various languages. So we'll put that to one side because the bit that you're interested in is here. Oh, by the way, you do get a link adjustment tool or removal tool in there, which is very, very handy. So we will pop the watch off of there. There we go, and then we can have a proper look. So some basic specs for you. Now then, the watch is case size of 40.1 millimeters, including the crown. It's 44.3. We've got a lug to lug of 47.3, an overall thickness which includes that domed sapphire crystal, and which has got some pretty cool distortion on there when you turn that in the light with that dome going on, which is very nice. It's 14.8 mil. We've got a lug width of 22 mil and an overall weight with all the links in on the supplied bracelet of 172 grams. Now this watch is, I said about, you know, the theme of knights in armor and sort of King Arthur and dragons and all the rest of it, and they really have kind of taken that theme and they've run with it. This thing is absolutely covered in details, and I'll put some more close-up shots so you can have a closer look at the dial. We are getting a bit of reflection off of that crystal, as you can see, which, as I said, is sapphire. There are 3 coats of anti-reflective coating, and you can see it kind of doing its job there, but under these studio lights, that yeah, that's pretty intense. The bezel insert is ceramic. The crown is not screwed down. That is 100 meters water resistant, and there we have a Swarovski crystal on the end of the crown there. The crown is very easy to engage with. We've got some brushing on the sides there, which is done to a very high standard, and then we've got a small chamfered edge there, which is high polish, back up to brushing. The bracelet on this one is entirely brushed. As you can see, these mid links here, they actually follow the same pattern as the dial, which you know, you can look at it as either kind of parts of the armor of a knight, or also dragon scales. The bezel, the edge of the bezel, which on this one is gold, there's various colors are available in this. That is the same, that is meant to kind of signify the dragon's dorsal scales, and that is really cool. It actually makes it very grippy, but there's no sharpness there whatsoever. It is really cool. But if you have a look on that dial, we'll try and move in a bit closer, but I will put up some close-up shots. There is no date on this, but it does have a ghost date position. We have a Miyota 8315 automatic movement in there. Does have hacking and hand winding, so 21,600 vibrations per hour, and this one is running at around about +8 seconds per day with a 1 millisecond beat error, so absolutely nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But if you take a look at what's going on that dial, I mean, that the chapter ring is absolutely fantastic what they've done with that. The detail is superb, and the dragon scales in the middle of the dial, which is sort of a fume effect as well, with all that texture going on, which kind of fades from black to blue in the middle. The Valimor logo with Valimor, which is applied underneath that, and then at the 6 o'clock position you've also got the automatic. The numerals on this, very individual, you know, nothing generic about that whatsoever. And also the handset, which of course at 3:15 you're not going to be able to see them both, so I will actually pull that crown out and we will move that round so you can have a better look at those, and I'll put some close-up shots and macro etc so you can have a look at them. They are most definitely sword types of hands. The lume in this is BGW9 Super Luminova, and it does last all night. Not so much on the bezel, that does fade out, but that's kind of quite normal. But it does last all night, so there's a nice even application, as you can see, and it really does look pretty cool in the dark. Right, now the rest of the bracelet is solid links. They are push pins. We have a butterfly clasp. I have to say that's not my favourite thing, but that's just a personal thing. It does line up nicely, so you know, we're nice and level there, and you've got the logo in the middle. There's no half links on this, so you know, some of you might struggle to get a perfect fit, but yeah, there we go. And look at that rotor on the back there. Yeah, who doesn't need dragons on their rotor? I mean, we need more things like that, please. And they've even, considering it's a Miyota movement, which are never the best things to look at, they've actually done a really nice job of this. And if you take a look at the rest of the case back, that finishing and detail around the outside edge of the screw down back is yeah, really nice. These are limited edition and they are numbered. As you can see, we have quick release on the bracelet, so you can easily swap that out for anything else. There are rubber straps which are branded, which are available for this, and obviously any other strap that you want to put on that is 22mm. The lug to lug on this, they are female, as you can see, but they are stopped by the quick release spring bars in there, so that is where that stops. But yeah, I mean, look at that finishing. That's really, really nice. Now then, these price wise, these start from 320 euros and go up to 530 euros depending on what version that you get. Now then, the bezel on this is a 60 click. I will be quiet so you can hear it. Nice positive clicks, and there is actually, as you can see here, there is actually a little back play in that, a little bit of wobble, but I mean, I'm not, yes it is a slight negative, but to be fair, that's about the only kind of negative that I can find. As I said, I'm not particularly a fan of the butterfly clasps, but you know, most people seem to think they're okay. I've not had a problem with it. It's been absolutely fine. But yeah, I think that this is a cracking watch with some absolutely fantastic detail and a great collector's piece as well. And you know, nice to have one in the collection. So thank you very much, Valimor, for sending this out. I do think that you know, you've developed an idea, and you've followed a theme, and you really have followed it through really well, and it's nicely executed. Some cracking detail on there. Yeah, do I recommend this watch? Absolutely. There is nothing generic about this at all. Not obviously a diver, being only 100 meters water resistance, but you know, definitely a great everyday kind of a Garda watch, I suppose. Go anywhere, do anything. But yes, there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And any questions or anything that you want to add or ask about this, you know, please let me know. I will leave a link in the description so that you can go directly to the Valimor website and have a look. Have a look at the different colours that are available, and maybe if you like, go and pick one up for yourself. It's not an affiliate link, but as I said, this one was sent into the channel and I do not have to send it back. But again, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in a future video. Cheers for now.